let's get straight into it because the Bombers are the lead item today. 16 losses in a row, and we invite our callers 133693, the $100 gift card, or with thanks to Harvey Norman, to give away. 16 losses in a row. They go down to the Bulldogs on Easter Sunday. That would equal their longest losing streak of 17 games. They look at teams, as I said in the intro, they're lacking pressure. They're lacking defensive attributes. They seem devoid of confidence. Brad Scott doesn't seem to have the answers. His answer seems to be, we need time. I don't think he has time, and if it continues on its current trajectory and they don't get a win soon, I suspect mid-season could be his time to go.
Do you think they'll replace him this year?
I don't know if they will replace him with the incoming coach, but I don't think he will be coached beyond round 11 if they don't have a win or two by then.
Well, the fixture's not their friend. That's the problem they've got as well. The fixture's really rough.
Probably Dreamtime's the next time where they might be favourites in a game.
That's round 11.
Yeah.
And that's the last time they won Dreamtime of the G.
But if you're 0-10 by then, what are you doing?
Well, I don't like changing coaches during the year. I think they should give him the year to try and get it right. I mean, they are in a phase of rebuild. Let's be honest about it. So, what's it going to achieve by getting rid of him mid-season?
They haven't won in 17 games, Richo. That losing streak that they recorded, 17 games, was when they had a top-up team in 2016, and they just grabbed people from all over the country asking who wants to pull on a bib.
So if they're 1-10 or 2-8, what's the? How many wins does he need? I don't expect that he'll have any more wins.
I suspect if the 10-goal thrashings continue, and at three-quarter time there was the possibility for that last night. North Melbourne came off the accelerator, and the Bombers got 4 quick ones, margins 12 points. If there continued to be thrashings by more than 10 goals, I think that would be unacceptable. That would be my view.
So it's not the wins and losses, it's the amount that they're losing by.
Yeah, I think that's of great concern, and how they're losing, Shorey.
Yeah, it's a horrible situation. I've been there myself.
What do you think about replacing coaches?
Well, look, Collingwood came to me, and I knew that Mick Malthouse was coaching the next year, and they said, would you coach here? And I said, yeah, look, that's what I'm contracted for. I'll do it on the proviso that we can play young kids for that rest of the year and give them a taste, and they were all right with that. I don't think it's necessary if the coach can come, but he might get to the part where he just thinks, no, I'm better out of here. If they don't win till round 11 and they're massive losses.
They're probably not going to. So
Richmond is the one, but they could. If something happened, they've got Melbourne coming out. Look, Melbourne's not. They're not. I wouldn't think they're a certainty of making finals. Melbourne, they might be on the edge of it, but they're a chance. But I know what Shane's saying about. I don't like changing mid-year.
My point is, what's the difference?
What do you
if
get?
He's 1-10 or
1-9?
I get that. I think the bigger problem
That's how
is
they go about it.
It's how do you make this club at all attractive for other players to come? Because they do need some experienced players to come in. They've said that. They do need to attract some experienced players. But based on how they're playing at the moment, who's going to want to go? Who is going to say, I will come to the Bombers?
133693 is the number. That $100 gift card, all with thanks to our mates at Harvey Norman. Friday, Saturday and Sunday only. Bonus gift cards at Harvey Norman. Their Intel Blitz weekend. You can get your hands on a gift card now. 133693. I want to play this audio from Brad Scott's press conference last night. He was obviously asked about the game, asked about the strategy going forward.
Essendon's been around for over 150 years through some really difficult times. We're going through a difficult time at the moment, but we'll be fine. We've got a strategy. It's really clear. We know what we're doing. Medium to long term is something that we're really excited about, and the decisions we made to look to the medium to long term, we accepted that there was short-term vulnerability and there might be some short-term pain, but we're willing to endure that.
What is the medium to long term? What does that translate to, I suppose, in terms of, Essendon fans are wondering when, they're going to have a side that's kind of ready to compete again?
Press conference is not a good forum to explain that, but, just look at the way that we built our list over the last 3 years. Look at the decisions we've made to prioritise youth over experience. Look, it'll make my life a lot easier just to bring a whole lot of experienced players in. But I'm not in it for the easy. I'm in it to build a platform for this club that has been starved of success for a long time.
I don't know if he'll be ultimately given that time to build that platform.
The problem is, and I've been at Richmond and had a lot of coaches, and they were changing every 2 or 3 years, and it's not good for a playing group when that happens. You can't get any continuity with the messaging, and new coach comes in, new ideas and different ideas on different players. So I saw that at Richmond, and then I saw the opposite when you got good leadership in and everyone in your club was in line. I'm talking about Brendan Gale, and you get a good coach in Damien Hardwick and a stable president in Peggy O'Neill, and everyone in the club's in line. Do Essendon have that? There's just always seems to be...
I don't think everyone at Essendon's in line.
No, they're not. And
No.
so they're not. It's not going to be a good place to be until they get that.
But he says the easy option is to get experienced players in. I don't think that's going to be easy because you have to give people a reason to want to come to the football club. I don't think that's the easy option. If I was looking at Essendon at the moment, I wouldn't see a lot of incentive to want to go there.
I agree totally. And it's probably one of the biggest issues the AFL's got now. The haves and the haves not about success and what it brings in, and non-success, what it can do to your club. And that you're exactly right.
Do you think Essendon have got a lot of high-profile ex-players in the media? Matty Lloyd, obviously, and Timmy Watson at an SEN, and Hurdy's now back on. And they're getting asked to comment on it all of the time. That's hard as well, isn't it? Because they've got to give their opinion. They're being paid to be media performers.
Not only are you having these stalwarts of the club give their view, and it mostly
but you've got
tends
three
to be critical,
of their greatest players working in the media and commenting on it. So it's just hard for
changes them. At the top. You've got a new CEO, a new president, a new vice president this year. You've got fans, and we're going to get to the calls in a moment, 133 693, who are very restless because this is Brad Scott's 4th year. I think that all culminates that if there isn't something tangible to hold on to in the next month or two, I foresee what everyone else is seeing, and that's that Brad Scott isn't coached.
Do you think 4 years is long enough for a coach?
Oh yeah,
I think.
4 years. You should be seeing. You should be seeing.
Well,
something
I'm saying at Richmond when I was there, and we had coaches changing every 3 years. It was very, very frustrating as a playing group.
Yeah, well, but you got to see. So I just went through the list. They got 10 or 12 players who have played enough games to know how to play the game in last night's game, and the others, we know that they've got some talent in the caddy's going to be very good. They like Farrow,
Archie Roberts,
Dersma. He's played enough footy now to know that you got Dave Winks, who's a young player. But they've got enough there. But has Durham improved? He's a bull, but. He's a bull, but he doesn't use the ball well. Merritt, last night.
The problem with Merritt is he just doesn't look happy at all.
No, and I said last night they had to make that decision.
It's a long way to go on this year, though, when it's round 3.
Parrish is playing contact football at the moment, and their defence is horrible. So we've got plenty of callers, haven't we, Shane?
Yeah, let's get to a few of them, Shorey. Nick Theodosi, Prestige Cars Open Line, 133 693. John, kick us off.
Hi guys, love your show. First time caller, long time listener. Look,
welcome.
I think Essendon got two big problems. The first one is the recruitment of these so-called established players. Have a look at Mackay, what he's done. He's probably on 800,000. What about Gresham? What's he done? What's he brought to the table, right? So we've got some serious issues around that. And the other thing is the development of the young guys. I mean, you talk about Caddy and Keiko, but have they really shown any improvement this year, So what does that say about the development at the club? I mean, if you look at Collingwood, they've got that Oscar Steen, they spent 4 years on him, but now they can see some fruit coming to the top. Where's that? Where's the hope for the Essendon supporters? There isn't any, They've recruited bad. They've got their development. I can't think of one player who's improved from last year. But I'll tell you what, I reckon I could give you half a dozen that haven't. Let's look at
John, appreciate the call. I'll give you one that has improved, and that was Lachlan Blackiston.
He played really well last night. He was very good.
I thought he was really good.
And he's not a genuine ruck, but I know he played ruck, but he played back, he's played forward, but he played really well.
He's being asked to probably play positions, probably not his top position.
G'day, Ian.
Hey, g'day, Shane. Some in the media are saying Essendon have hit rock bottom. They are showing signs they're starting to dig. The problem is when it starts to affect revenue and sponsors, that's when Brad Scott's in trouble. And they've got a home, I think it's the home game for Anzac Day this year. And I think they'll be sweating on what sort of crowd are going to turn up.
Oh, it'll be a full house, no doubt.
Yeah, but will they be Essendon people or Collingwood on a home game for Essendon? You'd hope they turn up. You follow your side. Yeah,
I think it'll be
thick and
chock-a-block
thin, it's
for
long.
Anzac Day. I don't think
They
it
normally
really
do.
matters where they're at on the ladder, does it?
I think Ian makes a fair point, though, in that at this time of year, to see a team struggle like Essendon is, that affects membership, it affects sponsorship, it will affect crowds. I don't agree with Anzac Day, but it will affect other games. Because people will go, why are we going if we know the result?
The sponsors will be looking. When this happens, the sponsors start to get antsy.
You want to be associated with a successful team?
Richo,
The whole Tullamarine move, I speak to Essendon fans, and they just think that was sort of a really bad decision to go out there. They when they left Windy Hill, it just felt like the
Collingwood moved
home.
from Collingwood.
I know. But they're in the centre of town still. Does that affect the club at all?
It shouldn't if you're strong enough as a group.
Yeah.
But you tell me, Richmond had an identity in those when they won those premierships, how they played the game.
Yeah.
Collingwood's had an identity when, Geelong's always had it. What is Essendon's identity?
That was Damien Hardwick's 8th season, though.
Yeah,
it takes a while.
They kept going. Yeah,
That's why I'm saying you're getting rid of a guy in his 4th year. I don't like changing coaches in the middle of the year.
No, I don't in the middle of the year, but sooner or later you've got to pay a price about where is it developed. I tell you what, you put some of those players, some of those senior players down at Geelong and Collingwood and others, they'd be showing a lot more than what they're showing now. To me, they are a very selfish playing group.